It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints.
And it's coming up next.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taken at the goal line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr right away going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Carr to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara from 6 yards away. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert to the 43, 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
2nd down and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Able to slither by, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Kamara up the middle, and he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jones. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A handoff for Herbert.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Fields on 1st down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Fields now to throw. he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They begin on the ground with Kamara. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And it's caught. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the game. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Foreman, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Carr. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Eluding the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown Bears. DJ Moore, 36 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Saints, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Here's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Here's Carr to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 16-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Fields. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll go option to the short side. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 39, Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Fields steps away to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night. Late NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, open is and a loose football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, 27 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he gets this up past the 30. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Kamara.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On play action, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Justin Jones there on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Just one play at a time, baby. It's game time. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go get it now. Show what you got.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Fields now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the option going right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Taken down by Pete Werner.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there taken in by Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the 38, Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 36, Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Carr now on first down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Again, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Olave over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Carr to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 8 yards out. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Lutz with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. So now Fields and the Bears down by a field goal, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Fields. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
That's right. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Ready to rock. Oh, let's turn it up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Kamara. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.